Interlocks are designed to protect us by preventing convicted drunk drivers from driving drunk again, at least for a while. Well, that has worked fairly well. But a major loophole in the interlock law has made a joke out of another part of the system. News 13's Katie Kim exposes the flaw in the law on tonight's special assignment.
Big problem?
Huge problem.
It's no secret. New Mexico is plagued with repeat drunk drivers. Just ask Dean Mills, who installs ignition interlocks for a living.
You're seeing a lot of the same faces?
Yeah. In New Mexico, get busted for DWI and you'll automatically lose your license. MVD will only allow you to drive with an ignition interlock license and an ignition interlock in your car. After 6 months, drivers who don't tamper with the interlock will get their licenses back and the devices are taken out. Should put our minds at ease, right? Think again. News 13 found a lot of drivers are getting a free pass. Those drivers supervised only by MVD and not by the courts can drink all day, then try to drive with no punishment, no questions asked, even if the interlock device records alcohol in their system. After 6 months on the interlock, MVD returns their valid IDs.
We had one client, got his license back on Friday, was back to see me on Monday because he got a DWI Saturday.
Mills operates 15 interlock installation stores across the state. He sees evidence of drunks trying to start their cars every day. Take this woman.
Here's a client that's Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday still blowing positive.
Or this guy.
8 times.
In one morning?
In one morning.
Turns out he tried to drive 8 times in less than 1 hour. The interlock kept the car's engine from starting, but
they still haven't learned. They're still trying to go out, start that car when they've been drinking. If you want to teach people to change habits, then you've got to punish them for when they make mistakes.
But New Mexico often looks the other way when drunks with interlocks try to start their cars with alcohol in their system. Drivers who blow positive in Arizona and Colorado, on the other hand, could be stuck with the interlock for another year. Here in New Mexico, many interlock reports go nowhere.
Does MVD do anything with that data?
It's my understanding that we currently don't do anything with that data.
Tax and Rev Secretary Demesia Padilla oversees MVD. We asked how many people the agency ordered to get ignition interlocks and how many people try to drink and drive with the device. MVD has no idea, but Secretary Padilla says the interlock program is working.
At least the car's not starting.
And when the interlocks are taken out and the cars do start,
hopefully they will be get caught the first time they do that.
So we're putting drunk drivers, though, back on the road with a license.
Right now, we're doing what the statute requires for us to do and allows us to do.
The law only requires drunk drivers to install an interlock for 6 months and not tamper with it. The original version of the 2009 law would have penalized drivers with interlocks who tried to start their cars after they had been drinking. But News 13 discovered that lawmakers on the Senate Judiciary Committee took that provision out, and no one fixed the mistake.
It was worse than an oversight.
Former Senate Judiciary Chairman Cisco McSorley says he didn't know about the major loophole until News 13 came calling.
What happened, in effect, because we're doing all this verbally in a committee in real time, that the wording wasn't proper and that what we have now is a glitch in the law.
Our hands are kind of tied.
But MVD is almost the final authority for a lot of these people because they're given their licenses back, and their licenses are very valuable. So why not withhold that license?
Because under the current statutes, we're not allowed to do that.
On special assignment, Katie Kim, KRQE News 13.
All right, just after we interviewed Secretary Padilla last week, a bill was introduced in Santa Fe to close the interlock loophole. It would require people with interlocks to prove each week that they are not blowing positive into the device. We will let you know what happens.